Welcome back to Movie Breakdown, where we dive deep into the heart of thrilling movies, uncover hidden meanings, and explore the elements you might have missed. Today, we're tackling the 2023 supernatural horror thriller There's Something Wrong with the Children. This film blends mystery, psychological terror, and a chilling narrative that will make you question everything about childhood innocence. Let's break it down. There's Something Wrong with the Children, 2023, is a gripping horror film directed by Roxanne Benjamin, featuring a suspenseful blend of supernatural horror and psychological tension. The movie follows a couple, Ellie and Thomas, who go on a weekend getaway with their friends and their children. But what begins as a simple trip to relax soon turns into a nightmare when the children start behaving in increasingly strange and violent ways. With no clear explanation for the bizarre changes, Ellie and Thomas must face the terrifying possibility that something far more sinister is happening to the children, and it may not be something they can fix. The story opens with Ellie and Thomas, a couple who are seeking to take a break from their hectic lives by spending a weekend with their close friends, Ben and Maggie, and their two children, Lucas and Olivia. The group heads to a remote cabin in the woods to unwind and reconnect. However, as the weekend progresses, the children begin to exhibit strange behaviors, which start out small but quickly escalate into dangerous actions. Ellie notices the odd change in the children's personalities, and soon, both families are caught in a terrifying struggle to survive. As the children's behavior becomes more sinister, Ellie and Thomas are forced to question what's happening. Is it simply the result of a traumatic event, or is there something supernatural at play? With mounting tension and paranoia, the characters must confront the disturbing reality that the children may no longer be who they were, and the danger may be far worse than they imagined. There's Something Wrong with the Children explores several intriguing themes, blending psychological horror with supernatural dread. Here are the key themes that the movie delves into: the innocence of children versus corruption. One of the most chilling aspects of the film is the idea that children, typically seen as innocent and pure, can also harbor dark and dangerous potential. The children's gradual transformation from sweet, playful kids to sinister and violent beings turns the traditional idea of childhood innocence on its head, making us question what lies beneath the surface. Parenthood and responsibility. As Ellie and Thomas witness their friends' children's terrifying behavior, they must confront their own fears as parents. The theme of parenthood is explored through their desire to protect, understand, and potentially save the children. This theme resonates deeply, especially as the horror shows the inability of adults to protect the children from a force beyond their control. Supernatural influence versus psychological breakdown. The film plays with the idea of whether the strange behaviors of the children are the result of a supernatural force or if it's simply a breakdown of the mind under stress. The line between psychological horror and supernatural horror is blurred, creating a tense atmosphere where nothing feels entirely real or explainable. Let's break down the key characters and how they shape the narrative. Ellie, played by the talented actress Ellie, is at the heart of the film's emotional tension. As a mother and a person experiencing her own struggles, Ellie's journey is one of maternal instinct, fear, and survival. Her character evolves as she confronts the terror of the children's behavior, and her relationship with Thomas becomes strained under the pressure. The horror isn't just external, it's internal, as she grapples with the idea of losing her loved ones to something beyond her understanding. Thomas, played by the actor Thomas, is more skeptical of the events unfolding and plays the role of the rational thinker in the film. He represents the audience's perspective, initially unsure of what's happening and looking for logical explanations. However, as the situation grows increasingly dire, Thomas's disbelief turns to horror, and his character arc involves a transformation from skepticism to desperate action. Ben and Maggie, played by the actors Ben and Maggie, the parents of the children, are key to the narrative's emotional stakes. Their children's strange behavior causes them to spiral into confusion and fear, forcing them to confront their inability to protect their own. Their characters provide emotional depth, especially as they struggle with whether their children are still their children, or something else entirely. Lucas and Olivia, played by the child actors Lucas and Olivia, are central to the mystery and horror of the film. At the beginning, they are typical children, full of energy and charm. But as the movie progresses, their behavior becomes increasingly erratic and violent. Their transformation is one of the most terrifying elements of the story, as the audience watches the children lose their innocence and become dangerous entities. There's Something Wrong with the Children relies on psychological horror and tension building rather than relying solely on jump scares. The gradual transformation of the children creates a creeping sense of dread, keeping the audience on edge as they try to understand what's happening. The film's strength lies in its ability to make the supernatural seem plausible, allowing the audience to question whether the horror is real or the result of mental breakdowns caused by stress and isolation. The isolated setting of the cabin in the woods amplifies the sense of entrapment. The lack of a clear escape route and the fact that the characters are stuck in close quarters with the children makes the horror feel suffocating. The small, quiet moments, like the children's eerie smiles or unsettling glances, are more terrifying than any loud sound or violent action. As the story progresses, Ellie and Thomas must dig deeper into what's happening to the children. The mystery slowly unravels as they discover clues about the children's strange behaviors and how their lives might be tied to something supernatural. But the film keeps you guessing. Are the children being controlled by an unseen force? Are they possessed? Or is it a case of the children simply succumbing to something dark within themselves? The final reveal provides a terrifying answer, but the beauty of the film lies in its ability to make the audience question the truth until the very end. The horror isn't just about the children. It's about the fear of losing control and understanding what's real in a world that seems to be crumbling. Roxanne Benjamin's direction in There's Something Wrong with the Children is masterful in building tension and suspense. The cabin's setting, isolated in the wilderness, creates an oppressive atmosphere, amplifying the fear of being trapped with something dangerous. The cinematography makes effective use of shadows, dim lighting, and confined spaces to create a sense of unease, with every corner potentially hiding a threat. The sound design also plays a huge role in building tension. The quiet moments, where the children's whispers or unsettling giggles echo in the background, are just as effective as the sudden moments of horror. The score enhances the growing dread, making every scene feel like it's building to something horrific. There's Something Wrong with the Children is a supernatural thriller that blends psychological horror with a chilling mystery. Its strength lies in the gradual buildup of tension, the emotional stakes of parenthood, and the terrifying transformation of innocent children into something far more sinister. With strong performances, an eerie atmosphere, and a shocking reveal, this film is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat until the very end. What did you think of There's Something Wrong with the Children? Did the twist surprise you? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth movie breakdowns. Until next time, keep exploring great stories